Lakewood Church spent 26 million on their live broadcast, so should you. And here's why. If 26 million represents 25% of their annual budget, their in-house attendance is about 2.3 million people. To justify spending 26 million, they need to reach at least 600,000 people. Well, guess what? Lakewood Church YouTube channel gets over 10 million views every year alone. Over 100 million views on Joel Austin YouTube channel, over 20 million views on Joel Austin Spanish, without counting Facebook, radio, TV, and so much more. You want to do the same? Look at your in-house attendance versus your online potential reach and start investing in your online video. This is why Lakewood Church spent 26 million on their live broadcast, so should you. And here's why. If 26 million represents 25% of their annual budget, their in-house attendance is about 2.3 million people. To justify spending 26 million, they need to reach at least 600,000 people. Well, guess what? Lakewood Church YouTube channel gets over 10 million views every year alone. Over 100 million views on Joel Austin YouTube channel, over 20 million views on Joel Austin Spanish, without counting Facebook, radio, TV, and so much more. You want to do the same? Look at your in-house attendance versus your online potential reach and start investing in your online video. This is why Lakewood Church spent 26 million on their live broadcast, so should you. And here's why. If 26 million represents 25% of their annual budget, their in-house attendance is about 2.3 million people. To justify spending 26 million, they need to reach at least 600,000 people. Well, guess what? Lakewood Church YouTube channel gets over 10 million views every year alone. Over 100 million views on Joel Austin YouTube channel, over 20 million views on Joel Austin Spanish, without counting Facebook, radio, TV, and so much more. You want to do the same? Look at your in-house attendance versus your online potential reach and start investing in your online video. This is why Lakewood Church spent 26. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Sam. You're watching live production tips and tools here on youtube.com. Happy new year. If this is the first time you're actually tuning in to the channel, happy new year 2023. Today is gonna be another awesome stream. Obviously, I'm super excited to talk about this, guys. This is not gonna be a video to actually talk about how too much money Lakewood Church is actually spending on their broadcast. This is gonna be a video to actually inspire you. I'm hoping to inspire you guys. Obviously, we got some documents here. We're gonna be looking at this financial statement by Lakewood. Obviously, this is actually back in 2017, so this is gonna be a little, I mean, it's kind of old, okay, but again, as I just say guys, this is gonna be a video to inspire you. All the numbers that we have here may not be accurate as of today by the time we're actually doing this live stream, which is 2023, but this is gonna be, hopefully this is gonna give you an idea of how much you should spend on your broadcast or on your live video. Before we get into it, I just want to acknowledge some people here in the chat. Again, I encourage you guys, let me know where you're watching from in the chat. If you have questions, obviously we're gonna have a time during the stream where you can actually ask your questions. You can drop your questions in the chat as usual. Let me know if you have any question. Feel free to say hello in the chat as well. But other than that, we got let me see, we got a few people who were here actually. Before we get into the video, I'm just gonna acknowledge you guys. We have somebody in Anthony from Uganda. welcome to the live stream. We got I think we have someone else from India somewhere here. Just gotta find the message. Was it Anthony? Okay. We got Beast Gamer, I believe, yeah, from India. Thank you so much for joining as well, and everyone watching, all of you guys watching, let me know in the chat how you doing today. Obviously, let me know if you can hear me, if everything is actually good on your end. And obviously, we are not gonna take much time, guys. We're gonna get right into it. You guys saw the intro video. That's just a quick video that I showed you, but we are going to take a look at this financial statement actually that I got online. I have a link down below if you guys want to check it out yourselves. Again, this is for entertainment purposes, okay? This is not this is not from Lakewood or endorsed by Lakewood, okay? These are just numbers here online that I found here online, and this is purely entertainment and educational. This is just to inspire you guys, obviously to inspire myself as well. So we're gonna take a look at how much exactly Lakewood has been or actually do spend on their live broadcast, okay? If you want to check out, I have a video where I actually visited myself. I visited Lakewood Church, and I was able to tour their production area, all the stuff they have, cameras, switchers, mixers, lights, everything guys. They show me around, and I actually made a video about that. The whole production tour is actually, I have a link down below if you guys want to check it out if you haven't seen it, okay? However, let's go ahead and take a look at this financial statement here, and hopefully I can actually zoom in a little bit. Let's see. Let's see, there we go. So we have TV and ministry. So this is basically all their numbers. The spending, again, this is 2017, so this is like 6 years ago. Maybe they're spending even more than maybe 30 something million right now, because this was in 2017. They were spending almost $26 million, not $1,000, $26 million. So it's right here, guys. If you want to see it, it's actually right here. So here it says TV ministry, okay? So that's TV ministry, and as you can see the numbers, that's 25 million and 146,000, okay? Again, I try to round it around 26 million, okay? Again, this can change. Right now we're in 2023. It may not be the same thing as of today, but I'm assuming that it actually went up, okay? Now we're gonna take a look at, before you be like, oh my god, that's just too much money, okay? I know what you think. You're like, oh my god, that's just too much money, okay? I thought the same thing when I saw the numbers. Like, okay, this is too much, okay? But again, as I said, by the end of this video or this live stream, I want you guys to open your mind, and I want the big takeaway to be like, okay, how much actually should I spend on my online video? Okay, either you're streaming for faith-based organizations like churches like Lakewood, or you're streaming or you creating videos for your online, or maybe you're not even creating videos. You're thinking about actually starting creating videos online, or creating content or posting content online, and you're wondering how much should I spend, what kind of budget should I actually allocate to my online video. So hopefully we're gonna answer that question for sure. We got Kirk in the chat. How you doing, my man? This is my man Kirk. Thank you so much for joining. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much. We got Jin Lai. I'm sorry, maybe I didn't get your name right, but says, morning my friend, New York represents. All right, we got New York in the house. Thank you so much for joining, man. I appreciate you being here. Obviously, it's always appreciated actually having people around. So guys, okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay guys, let me know how much you're spending on your online video, because this is interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually take a look at the actual expenses. Okay, the total expenses we have here, we have over $90 million. I mean, close to $91 million. Okay, again, this is for the year 2017, so this is probably not the same as of today. Okay, so out of $90 million, they spent over close to $26 million on their TV ministry. $26 million, guys. Okay, we're talking about cameras, we're talking about switches, we're talking about actually the actual equipment, and we're talking about actually running their live broadcast. Okay, this is not just buying the equipment or maintenance or stuff like that. It's also paying the staff, paying people who are actually running, people who are posting videos, people who are editing. Okay, again, Lakewood Church has multiple YouTube channels. They're super active on Facebook, and I want us to actually talk about how much is too much. Do you think this is actually too much money? I know a lot of people be like, yeah, this is a rich church just spending they got a lot of money, they're just spending it. No, this video is not about that. This video is not about saying those kind of stuff. Or Lakewood, they got a lot of money, too much money. No. This video is about to inspire you guys. Okay, so I want you guys to look at this this way, from this angle. How many people Lakewood Church is actually able to reach every year versus how many people are actually attending Lakewood Church in person? Okay, again, look, doing my rough numbers, Lakewood Church actually gets about 2.3 million attendance every year. Okay, their venue is really big. If you've never been at Lakewood Church, guys, I will actually encourage you, go ahead and check out my Take to Work video. It's gonna give you an idea, and obviously check out Lakewood Church YouTube channel. You're gonna see their service, you're gonna see the type of broadcast quality they actually have, right? So we got a 16,000 people venue. Okay, so that's how many people can actually sit they can sit in their venue. So it's a pretty big venue, and annually they receive about 2.3 roughly. Again, these are just rough numbers. 2.3 million people that attend Lakewood Church in person. Now online, okay, to be able to justify, because we got all this budget allocated, $90 million allocated to the entire mission for Lakewood Church, right, including everybody who's attending, staff and everything. But out of 90 million, they're investing 26 million for their online video. Now, to justify that, I did some calculations, obviously, and I came up with a number which was 600,000 people they should have to reach in order for them to justify spending 26 million out of their budget. And guess what? They're actually exceeding those numbers, because only on their Lakewood Church page, they're reaching about, I think, over 10 million people. Like, they're getting over 10 million views. I mean, views are not even the people you're actually reaching. These are just views, people who have viewed or interacted with their video. Okay, on the top of that, they have another channel. Obviously, the Joel Austin channel has over 2.9 million, I believe, subscribers. This channel is actually reaching over 100 million views per year. Okay, this is coming from the same ministry, guys. From the 26 million they are actually investing in their online video. Okay, we got Edward in the chat. How you doing, man? How you doing? Thank you Thank you so much for joining, man. I appreciate you. Guys, drop your questions if you have questions. Let me know where you're watching from. I appreciate you being here. And yes, yeah, we got Jeremy Mandry. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. You know, so they are actually exceeding the numbers. We haven't even talked about their Spanish, which is, let me actually show you guys, just to give you an idea. Okay, this is their Spanish channel right here. So let's go to YouTube. Okay, let's type in Joel Austin first. So this is the Joel Austin channel. Okay, over 2.8 million subscribers, and this is actually reaching over 100 million views. You can look it up. Okay, do your calculations. Okay, and we got, if you go to channels here, obviously we got Joel Austin Espanol. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but it's Spanish. And we got close to 500,000 subscribers here. This is reaching over roughly 20 million views every year. Okay, these are views. These are real people, guys. These are real people. Okay, these are not just numbers. These are real people. And if you go to channels, you can actually see the actual Lakewood Church, the official Lakewood Church YouTube channel. There's actually reaching, they got 486k subscribers right now as of 2023, and this channel alone is actually reaching close to 10 million people. Okay, so we haven't even looked at their Facebook channel. We haven't talked about their Instagram account. I don't know if they're on TikTok, okay, but I assume they're on TikTok as well. And we haven't looked at their radio ministry, because they have radio, TV, you know, some TV, like traditional cable TV. I'm sure they're somewhere on TV. So like, guys, they are actually reaching more people online than they are actually reaching people in the actual physical location, which means, in my opinion, logically, they should be investing more money into their online video than in their actual in-person congregation. That would make more sense, right? Right? That will make more sense. Let me know what you guys think, because clearly they're reaching more people online than the people they're reaching in person. And this is the shift, guys. This is the shift. A lot of people are not seeing it. A lot of businesses are not seeing it. A lot of churches are not seeing it. A lot of non-for-profit organizations are not seeing it. This is the opportunity for online video. People like me, or some other YouTubers. You probably know some people on YouTube that started actually from their bedroom, and 5 years, 3, 4, 5 years later, they're actually reaching millions of people, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million subscribers. Average people started with a smartphone, then, you know, maybe, you know, got better over time. This is the potential that a lot of people are not seeing. And people like organizations like churches that have annual budgets, and they're spending the money, you know, trying to work on their physical locations and trying to make it look as good as possible, and still stuck with maybe 200, 300 members, or reaching only 200 or 300 members. Dude, you could shift your way of thinking actually and start investing in your online video, and have a potential of reaching millions for real. These are real people, guys. These are real people who can actually even support you financially. They can support your ministry, they can support your business, they can purchase from you, they can buy from you, they can, because at the end of the day, you're offering some sort of service or entertainment, or you're trying to make an impact, you sending a message. So that's the power of online video. Cook says, awesome stuff. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you being here, man. Guys, that's the power of online video. So obviously we're not gonna take a lot of time. Again, as I said, this video was really to inspire you guys. This is not about I'm not here to tell you, oh, you should spend 26 million right now on your online video. You probably don't have it. But what I want you to look at, what's your budget? What's your mission? What do you want to accomplish? Do you want to impact people? Do you want people to buy from you? Are you offering a service and you want to reach more customers? Or are you, in a case of a church, are you trying to spread the message of Jesus Christ, of the gospel, and you want to reach as many people as possible? But guess what? This is the time to actually shift your mindset. Start thinking about video, online broadcast. Invest in cameras, invest in good audio, good sound. Invest in people. People can design good thumbnails. People like learn how YouTube works, learn how TikTok works, learn how Instagram works, learn how Facebook works. You know, not just like, oh no, I'm just gonna create some give my daughter, who's, I don't know, 16 years old, they know how social media works, I'll let them manage my church Instagram. No, that's gotta stop. Okay, you need to get a serious dedicated staff member, person, somebody actually to focus. If you can pay them so you can have them focus. I'm sure you're paying some other people to do some other stuff for you, but you're ignoring the online potential reach. You're not investing enough. This is the time. Everything is shifting, guys. Everybody, they got their cell phones. Everybody, I'm consuming. Personally, I always have my cell phone. Now everybody has their cell phone. Everybody has access to internet. Okay, we're consuming TikTok videos, we're consuming YouTube videos, consuming Facebook, we're consuming Instagram. Everybody is on something. Everybody's watching something. That's where people are. That's where you need to reach people. People now are not likely to stay home, actually attend online services in case of churches, right? Because it's getting as good as actually being there in person. Things are shifting, things are changing, guys, and it's up to you to adapt and start investing. So now, again, I don't want you to spend $26 million if you don't have it. But if your budget is 100 million, okay, it makes sense to invest 26 million or 30 million in your online broadcast and be able to reach more people. If your budget is $10,000, it makes sense to invest $3,000 every year. $4,000 every year for your online video, because you are going to reach more people than you can actually imagine. I'm sure if your budget is $10,000 every year, you're probably reaching in person roughly 100, 200 people max. But what if I told you, if you invested in online video, you could potentially even reach millions? I know some guys online, they started just teaching Bible from their bedroom, teaching Bible, and now they're reaching, after 6 years, they got almost 1 million subscribers. Do you understand 1 million subscribers, what that means? 1 million subscribers, guys. 1 million people that have subscribed to your channel means actually millions of views, millions of impact, millions of people that have impacted. It's big, it's huge. from just a dude using online video from their bedroom. It's not because they had a lot of money. So imagine if you have a little bit of money to actually invest, learn, invest in your skills, obviously your communication skills, your storytelling and stuff like that. Obviously you need that, not just to throw a video, of you preaching or doing something, just upload it on YouTube. No, you need to learn the how the algorithm works, follow the best practices, learn storytelling. Most of you guys already have that, right? If you're a pastor, you're already you're already a good communicator. You probably don't need those skills. You're already a good storyteller. You don't need to invest in that. The only thing you need that guy who's probably going to help you to film that video, get you a good audio, create a good thumbnail for you, teach you how to title videos, teach you how to find good topics that will actually get your attention and potentially make you reach more people. That's it. So again, guys, let me know what you think. We got Nigeria in the house. Nigeria, how you doing? Let me know what you guys think. Obviously this was a quick one, talking about just to show you guys how people are not seeing the opportunity of the online video. People are not seeing it, and today I'm challenging you to follow Lakewood Church example. Okay, this is gold. This is gold to actually be able to see behind the scenes, to see these kind of numbers, how much people are actually spending or investing in their online videos, especially like Lakewood Church, guys. It's like a TV station. What they have is like a TV station inside a church. That's what they have. If you're curious, I can show you just a quick clip before we end the stream, just to give you an idea. This is my video. Where is it? I just go to my channel, just show you a little quick what it looks like here. Just a few seconds of their broadcast setup, so of course we got an ad here. There we go. So like, this is me, guys. Ads, like, look at this stuff, guys. Like, you can see all the mixing boards, the cameras, the lights. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. The lighting consoles, all the stuff behind the desk, working on graphics, audio. They got 3 mixers, by the way. They got the front of house, one person, this guy here, mixing for the front of house, like the main audience in the venue. And then we got more people, other 2 guys, one guy actually somewhere in a room far away from the venue, mixing for the band, okay, for the in-ear monitors. And then we got another guy mixing for the online audience. Okay, those are 3 mixers. So they are splitting all the channels 3 ways. So the mics, instruments, and everything coming from the stage, they split them 3 ways. Obviously, one going to the front of house, the main guy mixing for the church, and then the 2 ways, one going to the online broadcasting guy, okay, and another guy mixing for the band, for in-ears, right? That's like some next level stuff. Again, you don't have to be Lakewood to do this kind of stuff. You could do it from your small church. If you're streaming for a church, obviously you could do it. Just get a simple mixer. Digital mixers now are really affordable. Get a digital snake, split your signals, and have one guy, especially for your online audience. You need to be mixing mixing, have one person, somebody, a sound engineer dedicated for your online mixing. That's very, very important. Okay, because it's not the same as the in-house. People are listening or watching from their phones, so it's not the same experience. You need somebody dedicated to actually doing that specific task. Very, very important, because your audio is, I would say, maybe 60% of your entire video is actually comes from your audio. And then from there, your lighting, investing into your lighting. Again, Lakewood Church is just like super, super amazing when it comes to lighting. You can see the venue is huge. I don't even know how many fixtures they have in there. We're not gonna go there, but it doesn't matter how small or big you are, you can actually improve. Just start with simple steps. Okay, improve your lighting, and then work on your camera angles. Invest in good lenses. Good lenses are going to make a huge difference. Good lenses are going to make a huge difference. And that's it. And then post, create good thumbnails, be consistent, have the viewer in mind. Okay, when you're posting a video, don't just take something that you did in church. Don't take the in-house experience and expect to just take that, copy it, and send it online, because it's not the same view. It's not the same experience. The person watching online, maybe there's some stuff that they don't want to see or they don't want to hear that happened or that were designed for the person in-house. So you need to separate those two audiences. So every time you do something, don't just copy paste. Okay, try to think about somebody who's watching. All right, we got Kampala, Uganda in the house. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Let me know if you have questions. Obviously, I'd be more than happy to answer your questions, or if you have comments, let me know what you think about this this concept, guys. This concept of actually understanding the new era we are in. Okay, online video is becoming a thing. Actually has been a thing for quite some time. It's just a lot of people don't understand it. Okay, again, this is Lakewood Church. This is on a bigger scale, so it's not the same as most of you guys, including myself, but this is really to inspire you to think big, and regardless of where you are at right now, I want you to think a little bigger, and see what's happening. There's a huge shift that's happening right now. Everybody's following, and I want you guys to be creating, not be the consumers, be the creators. Be creating, be providing the content, reaching those people for your mission. Okay, I'm sure you have a mission. Either you're a church, non-for-profit organization, or you're a solo content creator like me. You have a mission. You want something you want to achieve, and the online video is the key right now. It's king. Okay. So you guys, you can see all these nice cameras. Obviously, I'm working on the video where I actually am going to probably talk about some prices. Get some lenses here, some Fujinon lenses that cost about $200,000. So I know not everybody can afford that, but it's just to give you an example. And these guys are covering a huge venue, right? So they need a good lens that can actually handle the zooming, from far away, zooming all the way to the stage, right? They need that. Maybe your venue is not as big, so you probably don't need a $200,000 lens. They got their cameras. Some of their Sony broadcast cameras cost around, $30,000-$40,000. You probably don't need that. I'll give you some other examples, some other churches like Transformation Church, Bethel Church, Elevation Church. Some of those guys, they have smaller venues and they're not using these huge lenses, right? Just to show you, and they're actually reaching millions. That's actually a good example. So you don't have to spend 26 million, but I want you to spend 26 million your way, right? Your way. So what's your way of actually spending 26 million on your online video? What's your way? That's what we're talking about today. What is your way of spending 26 million for your online video? That's what I want to hear, right? That's what I want to hear. So guys, I am sure you actually, I hope you enjoyed the conversation. And this is a challenge to all of us, me included. Think about how you're spending, how much you actually investing in your online video, and think about actually, or figure out if you are investing enough, or maybe you are investing enough money, but you're not investing into yourself, okay, in terms of actually educating yourself, getting the skills that you need to be able to be successful with your online video, because that's another thing, okay? Remember, Joel Austin actually used to be in TV ministry before he became the lead pastor of Lakewood Church. He was behind the camera when his dad was preaching, was the lead pastor of Lakewood Church. So sometimes you need to educate yourself, because when you have those skills, even though you may not be the one operating stuff, you could become the visionary, the person with the vision, right? Leading the way, right? So that's important sometimes, to actually invest in yourself, okay? So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, if you have questions, let me know in the chat. Let me just take a quick look at the chat before we end the stream. I don't want to drag it just for the sake of dragging it. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Yeah, so guys, let me know in the chat if you have any question before you actually before we close the stream. But other than that, again, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, my name is Sam. You're watching live production tips and tools. On this channel, we talk about live streaming, live broadcast, and video recording, tips and tools. As the name says, tips and tools. We do reviews, microphones, cameras, from your home office, video or live streaming setup, to bigger productions like Lakewood Church and everything in between. We do smaller churches as well. Sometimes I do take tour for churches, just to inspire you guys. Some of you guys coming from the church community. We help businesses, actually, if you are into, you have a business and you want to actually take advantage of live streaming, live video, or recording video. This is the right channel to actually be subscribed to, so yeah, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, Edward says, I got the ZV-E10 just to experience Sony color. my man, you got the ZV-E10 already? Okay, so this is the yeah, so this is the thing, guys. Congrats. I actually got the ZV-E10 for one of my my friend who's into cooking. So he's building a home cooking. He already has a home cooking channel, and he was trying to build a multi-camera setup. So I got him one ZV-E10 and two ZV-1, not ZV-10, ZV-1. Okay, and they're good. One of the things that I appreciate about Sony has really good autofocus. Okay, really good autofocus. That's why I recommended those cameras. However, when it comes to color science, I think Panasonic is as good as Sony and even like Canon, right? It's really about understanding. I would say straight out of the camera, I think Canon has better, more natural skin tones when it comes to color science than Sony, than Panasonic. I would say Panasonic and Sony almost the same, in my opinion. But yeah, the ZV-E10 is really good, man. Okay, but I think we had a call the other day. I would encourage you to try to understand how cameras work, okay? Because I've been there, okay, where you want to probably see me looking good on camera, my video looks good, and you're like, okay, what kind of camera are you using, and actually go straight by that camera. So sometimes it's not about the camera, it's about knowing how to use the camera. It's about your settings, your lighting. Your lighting is actually the most important thing, and the type of lens you're actually using. Okay, those are the two things that are going to make the big difference. Your lens, your lighting first, and then your lens, the type of lens you're using. Okay, if I switch right now, I'm using a 16mm lens, f1.4 maximum aperture on my micro four third camera. That's my GH5. If I switch the lens to something like that will give me a 2.8 aperture, it's gonna be a little different. Why? Because my RGB lights that I have in here, they're not gonna show as much, because the if I use a 2.8 lens or say 3 or 4 aperture, what's gonna happen is the lens is not letting enough light into the camera sensor, and that's going to reflect on RGB lights as well. So you may see my background actually super washed out. Why? Because the sensor is not actually receiving enough light. So there are a lot of things, guys. Before you invest in cameras, please make sure you understand, first of your lighting, second the lenses you're actually going to be like. I'll give you an example, guys. One of the cameras that Lakewood is actually using right now is a Sony broadcast camera. It's $40,000, but guess what? The lens they have on it is a Fujinon lens 4K that costs over $200,000. You hear that? The lens costs $200,000. The camera costs $40,000. You see, there's a reason why they bought a $200,000, more than double. You know. So let me see what you guys saying in the chat. Let's see. So we got yeah, the Edward, but you're gonna love the camera though. Okay, I'm not saying the camera is bad, so you're going to enjoy it. Just make sure you get a good lens for it, at least a 1.4 maximum aperture lens. Okay, that's gonna make a big difference. You will see. You thank me later. Okay, we got Jean. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is this one name? I'm gonna say Jean. Best cheap camera I can use. Okay, Jean, let me know in the chat, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to what are you doing? Are you running like a show from home, like what I'm doing? Like, are you a YouTuber, or you trying to buy for a church? Let me know in the chat. I'll be able to give you some advice, probably the best camera for your case scenario. And then Edward says, but I guess you are right, understanding them really matters. Yes, man, you need to understand how the camera works, and your lighting, very important, and designing your composition, how you design your background, what type of stuff you actually allow into the frame. Okay, very important. Jean says PTZ camera. Okay, you're looking for a PTZ camera for a church? It doesn't have to be anything. I use AV cans. Okay, I've reviewed some on my channel, and I'm pretty happy with AV cans. Actually, AV cans is great. They are super affordable, obviously not too cheap, okay, but they are really affordable, from like around $600, $700. You can find a 20 times optical zoom PTZ camera, 1080p. Obviously it's not 4K, and yeah, and they work great. I actually have one that I use in my studio on another setup that I have here. So AVCans is a great brand. I've been working with them for quite some time, not because I'm sponsored. I review their cameras. I've recommended them to some people and they're great. So check them out. Obviously you can send me an email. I will show you some of the one of their, actually let me show you real quick. I think I have a video here that it did. So if you don't need NDI, there's one that I would recommend. Let me see if I can put in the chat here. Let's go find it here. So this is the video right here if you're looking for a PTZ camera, and I've got good tutorials on some of the PTZ and PTZ controllers, by the way. There you go. So this is the one they have at $600, and this is the video. So I'm gonna hopefully, let me see if I can get the link for you and drop it in the chat. If you can't, no NDI. So this is it. This is it right here. Yeah, this is it right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to drop it in the chat for you. But if you watch this video right here, you're gonna see some other recommendations, like with NDI. As you can see, this one is 30 times zoom, optical zoom. So again, if you have questions, you can always reach out to me. You can just send me a quick email, and I'm happy to give you my WhatsApp number as well. All right, so let's see. We have Justin. We got Justin in the chat. Welcome, man. Appreciate you being here. And we got Stanley says, I have a problem with ZV-E10. Been using it for almost a year now with my church. The problem is it stops working with my ATEM Mini. Okay, let me know what seems to be the problem. Like, did it just shut down, or did it overheat? Like, what happened? Okay, what happened? Just try to get context. We just purchased one for one of my clients. I don't know if he's a client, I think it's just a friend, for a cooking show, and so far so good. So let me know what seems to be the problem. Stanley says, by the way, welcome. We have been setting the ZV-E10 to 4K 30, and we have no problem until last 2 weeks when it stops working with my ATEM Mini. Okay, so I think it's the same problem. So let us know, let me know in the chat what seems to be the problem. I don't know, did this just like shut down? It could be maybe overheating, I don't know. So we'll see. Okay, Jin says, sorry guys, I'm catching up on your chat. Buy for church. Okay, for church live streaming. Yeah, AVCans is, I think, is good. I think is great for most people because it's not too expensive, it's not too cheap compared to PTZ optics. I don't know if you know about PTZ optics. Personally I feel like PTZ optics, they are really overpriced, and for the same type of camera you're getting from PTZ optics, you can actually get it from AVCans, and it's going to do the job, no problem. Again, I have two AVCans cameras, and I like them for PTZ cameras. Okay, if you're looking for a PTZ camera. Now, PTZ camera versus mirrorless DSLR, that's another conversation, or video cameras. Well, that's another conversation that we're not gonna have right now. Okay, however, if you know specifically that you need a PTZ camera, AV cams is what I would actually recommend, especially if you're on a budget. Okay, Stanley says, but what is weird is when I direct input my ZV-E10 through HDMI to ATEM Mini 4K, it works, but when I use 12G Blackmagic SDI to HDMI, it doesn't show up. Okay, so that could be the way you're converting. Yeah, it could be the way you're converting, you know, like sometimes the frame rates and stuff, it would be hard to tell. It's probably some conversion error happening somewhere. That could be the problem. Okay, so you got the link, Stanley, for the PTZ camera in the chat. Oh, Gene, sorry, Gene. Okay, I will do send you an email. That will be for Haitian Church. Awesome, man. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, for sure. Send me an email. I'm happy to help. Okay, Stan says it just show a black screen to the program. Okay, so that could be it's hard to tell. What I do in most cases, for problems, issues like this, I try to test, because sometimes it could be an HDMI cable. Probably your HDMI cable is defective. Okay, so try to change your HDMI cable, use a different cable and see if it works. That's the first thing I usually do. Second, try to check another way of actually testing. Just do a clean test. Plug your camera directly into an HDMI monitor, right? So it could be just a monitor, just a normal monitor screen, TV screen or anything, and see if the camera is actually sending the signal out. Because that's the first thing. That's the second thing I do, because you need to know if the problem is the ATEM Mini connection or is actually the camera not sending the signal out. Okay, so usually those are the two main tests that I do when something like that happens, and it helps me to know where the problem is. So now if you connect it to a monitor and actually you get an image, then you know the problem is the way the camera is communicating to the ATEM Mini, and then so you can look into the settings. You can go into things like the frame rates, maybe you sending, or the what is it called, so like maybe sometimes you may change it to PAL instead of NTSC, you know what I mean? So like go into the camera settings maybe and understand what you're sending from the camera. Just make sure everything from the ATEM Mini software settings is actually matching with what you're sending from the camera. All right, or maybe you're sending 4K and then the ATEM Mini is not actually, ATEM Mini cannot read 4K, by the way, so it's only full HD. So make sure you're sending full HD, 1080p, 30 frames per second, or 60 frames per second, or 24 frames per second. Those things could be the issue, right? So that's what I would look into if I were you, and I'm sure you'll find the problem. So yeah. Yeah, other than that, obviously connect it to your monitor, and it could be just the cable. Maybe the HDMI cable is dead. Happened to me multiple times. Happened to me where I just connect a camera that I know is actually works and I don't get a signal. I'm like, what's going on? Because I always trusted HDMI cables, but at some point they actually do die. They die. They die. So yeah, and I actually end up changing the cable. So many reasons, so many things can actually go wrong. Okay, let's see. Cindy say, thank you, man. I just subscribed to you right now. No big help. No big no problem, no problem. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Okay. And yeah, make sure you reach out if you guys have any problem. Just go to about. My email address is there. I know I'm super busy, but sometimes I actually get time to reach out to people. If you need help with something, reach out to me, send me an email, and I'll do my best to help you. Yeah, sometimes I even reach out through WhatsApp and just kind of chat, and feel free to join my Facebook group. And yeah, my Facebook group. Obviously, make sure you subscribed and send me an email. Just stay in touch, man. Stay in touch. Anytime you have a problem, it could be somebody from the community who may actually help you. So it doesn't have to be me. I don't have Discord. I know. I should start a Discord community. Yeah, I should. I'll think about it. Right now we have a Facebook group that's not super active, but if you join, you guys make sure you join. By the way, I'm also planning on doing some giveaways, so maybe if I had the Discord group would be better. So I'm trying to give away some of the stuff. I've got some microphones here that probably not gonna give away my Shure SM7B, but who knows. This stuff that brands sent to me to review. Get some PTZ cameras, because I know you were talking about PTZ cameras. So I'm working on my website. As soon as the website is actually ready, that's why I want you guys to stay in touch. Join my Facebook groups. I have one. Join my Facebook group. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Live Production Tips and Tools. And yeah, because I'm gonna be giving away one of my AV cams. I have two AV cams, PTZ cameras. I have two IP controllers that I'm gonna be giving away. So right now I'm working on the website. Make sure my website is ready so I can have you guys I need to find a way to do giveaways on my website. I don't think I can do it on YouTube. Obviously I'm going to announce it here, but I'm gonna get you guys into the giveaway through my website, and I'm gonna be giving away all those stuff, right? PTZ cameras, microphones, capture cards, software. I've got 1 million subscription that I probably, if you guys know about Melon, that I may be giving away. So some cool stuff that I'm working on. So I want you guys to make sure, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, join my Facebook groups, and eventually my email list. Okay, it's not ready yet, but I'm working on it. Okay, because those and you're right, maybe if I had a Discord, it would be great. So give away some SDI cables, because I would love to, but I don't have any right now, so I don't use SDI. By the way, you may consider getting into fiber HDMI. That's a thing too, right? Because if you're running long distances, fiber HDMI, it's good. You can run up to something like 200 feet, which is great. So if you're having issues with SDI, get into fiber HDMI. So Kenyon just got here late from Trinidad. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Looking at a budget stream setup for small church, very small budget, plan to use OBS with cell phone and Android cam. OBS as a big cam and one mirror. Okay. Okay. So using a cell phone as a B cam and use a mirrorless camera as a main camera. That's possible. That's possible. So how can I help? And that's actually super possible. However, I do recommend, if you can get some sort of HDMI adapter, if you have an A10 mini, it will help. If you have an A10 mini, try to get an A10. You don't have to get the A10 mini Pro. You can even get a used A10 mini. I'm sure a lot of people are selling those for cheap, and connect to your smartphone using some sort of HDMI converter. And if you can afford the what's the app, Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro is an amazing software, because that software is going to allow you to control your smartphone camera and adjust your white balance. Guys, getting your white balance right is a big step. Okay, very important. So it's gonna help you adjust your white balance, custom white balance on your phone and stuff like that. And obviously, I don't know, what's your main camera? What's your main camera? I always recommend, if you're on a budget, get a Panasonic camera like the G7, Lumix G7, Lumix G85. Those are the two cameras that I recommend to most people. Now, if you can afford some Sony cameras like the ZV-E10, would be great as well. Although we had somebody in the chat saying they're having some issues with it. I think that's normal. Some cameras, you may have issues. It's normal depending on what's the problem. But yeah, if you can afford cameras, Sony ZV-E10, Sony A6400 would be other cameras to suggest to you, but they're gonna be a little, gonna pay a little more money for those. And obviously you need to have money for for lenses. Okay, I do recommend you get cameras that will allow you to use interchangeable lens. Okay, yeah, that's important, because that gives you an option to actually upgrade, because your lens is everything, right? So you can keep the camera body and upgrade the lens, and that's gonna give you a different look. You know what I mean? So try to get a camera with interchangeable lens, and yeah, that should work. Cell phone is great. It's a great option, obviously depending on which one you're gonna be using. Jin says, I can't wait to have one of PTZ cameras. All right, why not? If you win it, you get it. If you win it, you get it, guys. All right, I'm excited too. I'm working on my website, guys. So as soon as my website is ready, I'm gonna be doing those giveaways there. And I'm working on some overlays. Probably some of them I'm gonna be giving away for free. Some presets for microphones, OBS, streaming software, stuff like that can actually have available, some resources for you guys for streaming. So yeah, that's gonna be, all of that's gonna be on my website. So make sure you join my Facebook groups, and for sure we're gonna have good time for 2023. Yeah, and I'm excited to do some giveaways too. And I'm actually, like, right now, every brand is actually contacting me to review stuff. I try now to talk to them about giving me something for free that I can give away to my subscribers. That's so I hope it's gonna be awesome. Because if you get me to review a software and I like it, I would love to give a free copy to one of my subscribers, one of you guys, right? If you send me a camera for review, I would love to get an extra camera for my subscribers. Or if I can't keep it myself, because some of the stuff, instead of selling, I really don't have time to sell stuff. So I'm actually thinking of giving those away to you guys. And I know a lot of people are struggling to have gear. Some people, like, I'm not gonna say you're struggling, but you want to get a mirrorless camera as your main camera, and for your B cam, you're not ready yet to you can't afford a second camera. So if I can help you to get a second camera, I would love to do so, right? It's about helping each other. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Kenyon says, any thoughts on that setup, pros and cons? Okay, pros, it's a good way to get started. Okay, it's a good way to get started and be online. Just make sure you master your lighting. Okay, make sure your talents are well lit. Okay, invest in lighting and try to watch some videos. Just make sure you have good lights coming, you know, kind of front facing your talent, like kind of 45 degrees kind of thing. Okay, make sure they are well lit and you got some backlighting inside, obviously. And make sure you design your stage well. Okay, so you get some cool, good looking stage. And yeah, and then yeah, your smartphone should do the job. Your smartphone should do the job. Now use your smartphone to get the wide angle. Don't use it to get the close-up angle, right? So you can use your camera for the medium shot, right? The medium shot, something like this, like while you're watching, or even a little, you know, tighter, and switch to your smartphone for the wide angle. And make sure you get an app, as I said, that can actually allow you to use custom white balance, so you can match the camera and smartphone images. You need to make sure they match, because you're using two different cameras, two different sensors. The least you can do is to actually make sure the white balance is matching, so that when you switch from camera 1 to camera 2, it doesn't look weird because it's not matching. So that's important. Okay, but other than that, the cons, again, I suggested you use some sort of HDMI. Don't try to use some wireless apps to bring your phone in. Try to bring it in with a cable. Okay, that's gonna be more reliable. But also, what I would say is, don't have it as your long-term kind of solution, right? Because at the end of the day, this is just a phone. Try to think maybe a few months, 6 months later, to actually upgrade, maybe get an actual camera. Okay, yeah, a phone, you know, using a phone is great, but still I wouldn't recommend it for like some long-term kind of solution. But it should do the job if you know how to use it the right way, for sure. So yeah, it's better than nothing. It's better than just using one angle, for sure. That's for sure. All right. Jin says main camera still, Kenyon says main camera still to be determined. I was looking at the EM1 Mark II, since it has better autofocus and it is cheap. I've used Droidcam OBS and connected phones wirelessly in testing. Okay, I haven't used this camera. Actually, let me Google it. Unfortunately, let me check it out. OMG EM1. It says Mark II. Okay, so is the EM1 or EM10? Okay, I see it. Oh, it looks expensive. So I got it here for $2,000 Canadian. Is this the camera you're talking about? This one right here? It's almost $2,000 Canadian, 2,000 Canadian dollar. So in my opinion, though, I have never used the camera, but it looks good. Okay, but in my opinion, if you are willing to spend close to $2,000 or close to $1,800, you could get 2 cameras out of it. Let me see. Eugene says, what's your Facebook name? Same, just type in live production tips and tools. Or if you go to if you go here, right here to where's my channel? So if you go here to my channel banner right here, okay, so in the corner you will see Facebook. Okay, you got one is my Facebook group and the other one is my Facebook page. So you can simply click here and it's gonna be live production tips and tools, same name. This is the page, and then you can go to the group as well, which will be, it's called Free Live Streaming Help. This is a private group. We got 52 members right now, so it's not super active, but I am working on it. So it's good to join because that's where I'm gonna be announcing all the giveaways and stuff. So if you want to join, for sure, it will be awesome. All right, so back to our camera, my friend Kenyon. If you're spending $1,800 or say looking to Panasonic, if I were you, for live streaming, look into Panasonic Lumix cameras. Okay, if autofocus is not a problem. Now if you need to rely on autofocus, then I will go for Sony. Okay, something like Sony ZV-E10, A6400. Those are fewer cameras that I would suggest you to get into. If you go for Lumix, you can actually get 2 cameras for the budget that you have right now, because you can get a G85 for roughly $500. So you can get 2 G85 Lumix G85 for $1,000. Maybe invest in 2 lenses, $250 each. So for your budget, $1,500, you may get 2 cameras, and you wouldn't have to use your smartphone. You can use your smartphone as a third angle. That's my opinion. So that's that. I'm sorry about the typos. My fingers are moving faster than my thoughts. It's okay, man. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, man, if your budget is around $1,500-$1,600, get into Lumix. Lumix cameras are great. G85, Lumix G85, Google it. Lumix G85. I'm gonna put in the chat for you. All right, it's a Lumix G85. Get that one. Now if you think you need autofocus, because they're not great on autofocus, then get into Sony APS-C sensor cameras. A6400 or the ZV-E10 would be great. Make sure you get good lenses. Get like a 16mm f1.4 or 50 something, depending on the focal length. I don't know the distance between you where the camera is gonna be to the stage. Get one with a wide angle lens, another one with a close-up lens. Man, you're gonna be happy. The image is just gonna be awesome. They're super easy to use. And maybe get a used A10 mini, or if you don't have money to get the A10 mini, you can, because the A10 mini you can find it used maybe for $150, $200 max, right? That's gonna allow you to connect to up to 4 HDMI cameras. And on the top of that, you can use your OBS, so you can send the USB out from the A10 mini to your OBS, and then you're good to go. That's gonna give you a really neat, good looking setup. So that's my thought. Those are my thoughts. Okay, getting an app with custom white balance is a good tip. Absolutely, man. It's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah, the Mark II, man, like I looked it up. Okay, let's see. It says the Mark II use can be found for between $500 to $700. Okay. It's an order. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, you can go. I haven't used the camera, so I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you probably seen some reviews and it does the job, then go for it for sure. But other than that, again, Lumix, they are great. Is this a full frame camera, or I don't even know if it's a full frame camera. But but other than that, as I was saying, I don't know if it's a full frame camera or Micro Four Third. So look into those details, because again, if it's a full frame camera, it's gonna look better. It's gonna perform better in low light, that's for sure. If you're gonna be dealing with some low light situations, that's another problem with Micro Four Third. So you need to make sure you have enough light. So that's pretty much it, guys. Okay, guys, so if we I don't know if you have more questions. Again, feel free to reach out to me anywhere on Facebook, by email. As always, I'm gonna be coming back next week. Probably gonna be live on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. So sometimes I'm gonna be live on Wednesdays and sometimes I'm gonna be live on Tuesdays. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you turn on all the notifications, and hopefully I'm gonna come back next week to inspire you guys and give you more tips how to improve your broadcast and how to invest in your broadcast, live broadcast or your online video. Again, my name is Sam. You're watching live production tips and tools here on youtube.com. If you don't have any more questions, probably gonna be wrapping up the stream. Let's see. Olympus is Micro Four Third. Okay. My budget is much less than 2K. I already have a G85 with 25. Yeah, that's a good lens. And a 16. Whoa, that's a good lens too. By the way, that's the lens I'm using right now. So shout out to Sigma. I'm using the same lens right now on the video and I love it. I use GH5, by the way, Panasonic Lumix GH5, great for home use. So I already have Micro Four Third lenses to use with my Olympus. Awesome. Okay, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. So that makes sense. So with less than 2K, I would say you got the lenses, you have good lenses, 100%. I would say just go for it. If you can find it for $700, then go for it for sure. Or again, you already own the G85, get another G85. I think either way you're gonna be fine, to be honest. Either way you're gonna be fine. They're both Micro Four Third. I don't know if you're getting a better autofocus. I don't think Olympus, did they use phase detect autofocus, or I'm not sure. Autofocus. I don't know if they use phase detect autofocus, but either way, if they have better autofocus, then maybe that's gonna be one of the selling points. But other than that, either way, I think you're fine. You'll be just fine, man. Okay, so just get the app. The app is gonna make a big difference, just to be able to match your camera image and the phone's image. That would be my ultimate tip for sure. So guys, this is it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna wrap it up right now. I hope you don't have any more questions, and I'll see you guys next time. Again, just want to remind you, you can reach out to me. Make sure you join my Facebook group, Facebook page, and subscribe. And on the top of that, by the way, I have members section, and I do offer some perks, some Zoom meetings for the higher tier, and we talk in person, so we can actually have a conversation via Zoom if you're part of my members. So you can actually click the join button and become my channel's member. That's a way of actually supporting me And obviously when you become a member, you are an insider, so you're gonna know more about the giveaways maybe ahead of time. And obviously we get to talk to each other at least once a month via Zoom and stuff like that on the higher tier. If you need tips, you can join my WhatsApp. I give you my WhatsApp number so we can chat, ask me questions directly, which is awesome. So if you want to join the members, my channel's members, feel free to click join and choose which tier that you'll be comfortable with. And again, that's a way to also support me, because it takes a lot of time to prep, make videos, live stream. It's just a lot of time. So by supporting us, it's always appreciated. So that's that. All right, Kenan says, be blessed. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. For a main setup, I look at the Olympus since it has better autofocus. Good. That's a good point. Yes, that's what I thought. With a firmware update, it has phase and contrast. Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah. If you got a good autofocus, phase detect autofocus, then that's the way to go. I give you my blessings. I give you my blessings, man. Yeah, if you got good autofocus, then yeah, that's you got my blessings. Go for it, man. For $700, I'm gonna be I will look into it too. I'm gonna look into it. You never know. Thank you. I'm gonna look into it. For $700, I think that's a good price. Good micro four third camera with good autofocus. That's good. That's really good. All right, guys. So thank you so much. I'm gonna wrap it up. I've got a meeting in about 7 minutes. So thank you everyone for joining today. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.